So we're not doing this one.
Oh, hell no, we're not doing that one.
Not yet, anyway.
We will need insanely good magic armor. And she has a nullify resistances spell. I don't know if you saw, but she does. So me just trying to preemptively put fire immunity on myself probably won't work. And then that leads down to like a dock that you can take a boat across to Blood Moon Island, which I'll show off when we can, get through that fight. I know you can sneak around it, but it's a pain. But there's no point in us even going that way because we are not undead. If one of us was undead and could go across, then they could go across and the other could just use a teleporter pyramid. But neither of us are undead, so there's no way for us to go across there. We would just die in the death fog. Apparently there are still wolves here, even though we...
Hopefully those are just the natural wolves that live in forests.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And they don't bother us.
There was a potato in a tree stump.
Okay. Well, it's our potato now. Yep, dead troll.
So I think at this point, I did make the source infused meat for the altar to Duna. We could try that fight. We do have better armor now, but that's also pretty difficult. I think maybe we just go in the cave. I think we need to be a level or two higher before we do a lot of... I think we need to be a level 2 higher before we do that. Maybe by the time we come out of the cave and then check out this wreck, we might be able to do that. I think it's going to be a while before we can do anything about what's happening there. Oh, well, that's wonderful. There are even more body parts just leading into this cave. And a lot of souls.
A dwarven spirit cowers on the ground, trapped in the fear of her final moments.
No, please! Help! Someone! Help!
Well, bad news, you're already dead. Good news, I don't think any more harm can come to you, so...
With growing horror, she turns her focus on something unseen, looming high above her. The trembling of the dwarven spirit tells you the halberd in his hands may not be enough to withstand his unseen enemy. He glances behind him, searching for an escape. He drops the halberd and bolts behind some nearby rocks.
Divine, save me! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
The spirit screams and screams as something unseen tears into him.
But where's it going?
Definitely some void woken down here.
A frantic dwarf knocks an arrow to a phantom bow. He lets it fly at some towering, invisible horror, visible only in his mind's eye. He reaches for another arrow.
Keep firing, damn you! He has to have a weak spot. He has to!
You're no longer in danger. You're beyond your troubles. Yes.
The ghostly dwarf ignores you, but the word Mordus forms soundlessly upon his lips. He drops his bow and yanks his sword from its sheath.
Come on, you filth! Let's see what your insides look like!
I'm gonna try to follow his gaze, but I probably can't see what he's looking at.
Nothing there.
Well, I appreciate that, the archer of all of them was the one that was just like, screw it, I'm gonna draw my sidearm and go down swinging.
Good gods. What happened?
A lot of void tainted.
The dwarf rocks on her haunches, gnawing at her own bloody knuckles.
Well, this one's still
Her
alive.
wet, fearful eyes flick to you. She lowers her fist just enough to hiss a warning.
Away! Away! Too noisy! It'll come back! It'll
what will take you.
She shrinks into the fetal position.
He'll come back, he'll come back, he'll come back, he'll come back, and we'll all be eaten alive!
You're in shock. Try to focus on
The
me.
dwarf shakes her head vigorously.
No, I don't want to look. I saw too much already, too much.
What did you see?
Your efforts draw an expression of eerie calm. She stares up at you, wide-eyed.
You'll see for yourself. They take us for food. They take us for food for their spawn. They'll take you too.
Her stillness dissolves. Trembling, she curls herself into a whimpering ball and shuts you out.
He could take you out of the cave, you know. It's really not that far.
Yeah, I saw a void woken on a bridge and it went away. So we're probably gonna have to kill a bunch of void woken.
Don't we always?
Yeah, light them on fire, just usual.
Her gaze falls on you, a glimmer of awareness. She raises her hand as a greeting, or as a warning.
Looking for Mordus.
Takes a deep breath and bellows silently. A distant cry echoes along the cavern.
Run!
Okay, I'm seeing something through the floor here. Death of the forests?
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely can't reach it from
Yeah.
here. I don't know what that's about, but moving on.
The tooltips are occasionally just off.
So Void Woken went this way?
I think so. I don't
Well,
know.
this is the only bridge here.
It was just the
so-
idle chatter.
So you didn't actually see it. Ethan saw
Yeah.
it.
It's like, where's it going? I'm like, I don't even see what you're talking about.
That happens a lot.
Where is anything?
What are you doing? They're close. I can feel them. Run. For the love of the seven, run.
What happened
There's
here?
no time. Run, you idiot. Run.
So the sorcerers were taken here, is what you were saying during that. And there's also a rat here I could
Yeah,
maybe try to talk
apparently
to.
this person
Rat.
we saw get taken away on the beach.
You mean Mordus?
To get a name. They locked him up, but he got out, and they went crazy. They all went crazy. Run. If you know what's good for you, run.
Oh, well, they look nasty. But they're weak to fire and earth. So that's probably not going to go so well for them, but that one's actually different. They just look similar. But that one has wings, so do you have different... Still weak to fire and earth. Okay, we're...
Should be good.
Should be good. They're gonna resist the damage on this, but it still puts them close to each other for this. Okay, that hurts, admittedly. Get some magic armor on me, please. Thank you. That also gets rid of the freezing. You could either do encourage or maybe clear-minded, but... Alright, well, if you're gonna throw this much water damage at me...
I'm ready.
But I get a 50% resistance on that. It's gonna make me vulnerable to fire, so I need to, you know, maybe not make myself explode for once, but...
Prepare. I feel like we've dated.
Oh! What the hell, Ethan? Oh, Ethan is...
Yeah, I got frozen and then webbed.
And you're not here anymore.
Where the fuck?
Okay.
That's weird.
Alright, you guys. You're gonna be petrified now. Thanks. Another one. How wonderful. I need to keep magic armor up because whatever they did, they needed magic armor to be gone to do it.
Well, now I'm over there.
Bleh.
I'm very confused.
Was it because I took one out that you got to come back or something?
I haven't the faintest idea what happened today. There's more of them? Okay.
Alright, well, you need to get your magic armor back up. If nothing else, you do have Frozen Bulwark, which will also give you some water resistance, which should help.
Prepare.
That Stormwing one, we'll have to watch when it attacks. I'm not sure if it's doing air or water. You could do Insulation Shield. Doesn't give you magic armor like Frozen Bulwark does, but it would give you air resistance if that's a problem. More fire totems could also be good. Yeah, let's put them over here so that they can't easily take them all out. And let's see what else you have. I'm thinking more defensively than... Shields up might be worthwhile.
Glory is mine.
Encourage or Insulation Shield, if... Because I'm not sure if that Stormwing one is hitting us with water or electric. I didn't... I should have watched in the combat log, but I didn't. On you. You have less magic armor than me right now. Okay, they take ice damage from something. Yep, that one's doing air.
Do we know each other? I feel like we...
Okay, they keep just taking you away to somewhere. Honestly, it might be worth putting Blinding Radiance up less for damage, but more because if I can get their magic armor out, it would blind them. But... I'm gonna get through this turn without them doing whatever it was that they did, but in case I do, gonna get the wings up. Alright, you're down there with that one now, and I guess it... Oh, you are on fire, sir. You may want to fix that. So that one took you somewhere, and I have mine up here just petrified.
I'm back.
Oh, well, that works.
You can't take me anywhere.
All right, well, I'm glad you did that before I used Supernova. Because I was about to just go boom.
It's fine. I am at full strength.
Okay, took...
Okay, what the heck?
Won't find them by gabbing here.
Okay, so that must have been scripted teleport because we certainly...
So they took you... I'm gonna guess down here somewhere because now suddenly we know more about that part of the map, but... Or maybe over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make more sense. We might be able to see this from where we are, but we would definitely not be able to see that. So they just took you somewhere else in the cave.
They can apparently just do that.
I'm waiting for the ice to melt. There we go. Okay, what is the path getting hung up on, game? Fine, lightning warp. This is why I kept it.
Our shield has gone mad!
You're fine.
You made it all the way here, you creep.
I found Mordus!
Have you wriggled up to bow to me? Has Lohar sent you to beg forgiveness for his sins?
So you're undead.
My lord had faith. He came to me when Lohar failed the queen. And as a reward for my service, he has granted me his favor. He has granted me Mord Akhaim.
Okay, apparently I have some vague idea of what Mordecai is because I've studied literally everything. It's a ritual older than time, blood magic with the power to decimate armies.
Armies? Merely sheep with swords, minds that beg to be controlled. But Mord Akhaim is so much more than the power to have those beasts slaughter each other. And it is mine. By the Lord's grace, the power is mine.
Any reason you decided to talk to him and then just stab me?
Every time. You must have a very stabbable face. Okay, so
no poison.
Water and earth would be best. Fire is maybe not great, but it just avoid air.
Avoid air and don't use poison because undead.
Yeah. And then as far as these guys go, no resistances. And just slight resistances that we don't really need to worry about all that much. Those guys are probably in the same boat. Well, I'm going... Do you think it would be worth just maybe targeting Mordus? Like, I know that targeting the statue earlier didn't do anything, but if he's the source of the mind control, it might be worth just trying to take him out and seeing if it frees the dwarves.
Yeah, let's just try to kill him.
I mean, some of my stuff's gonna hit them anyway. That's just the nature of my attacks, but... regenerating physical armor every turn for a little bit, so... I'm gonna summon the totems, but I'm gonna try to put them fairly close to Mordus, so that hopefully they go for him. Because gonna want to use that next turn, I think. Or not. Also, how did that one end up being physical when it's most definitely in fire?
Spot the bugs! Grind them into the... I can feel your pain, Godwoke. It gives me such joy.
Okay, I think I should get some of my armor back.
Shields up would restore a little bit of both.
Glory is mine.
Anything I can do.
Yeah, the totems apparently are not going to play nice. You could do Seismic Slide to just get yourself out of the fire, or you could do Stratus Walk so that we're not affected by it, whichever you prefer.
He's really going after me.
Alright, got that petrified at least a couple of the dwarves. I'm not really trying to do damage to them, but if I can keep them from hitting us, that'd be great. Fire will not be put out by global cooling, so I can just go ahead and use this. While petrified somehow.
Yeah.
No! Mercy! Mercy!
The Master Sorcerer throws up his pocked, cracked arms to defend himself as you step forward.
Do we really want to trust this guy to teach us more about Source?
Not really, no.
No, he seems to, everything we found kind of indicates he's working for the Void. I don't trust that at all.
Absolutely working for the Void.
And he has weird mind whammy powers, so...
I don't like it.
His skull twists into a mask of rage as you raise your weapon.
You scum! You heartless beasts! You...
The frail skeleton is still screaming obscenities when you bring your weapon down, caving in his skull. The jaw falls silent, dropping to the floor with a crack, and the pile of bones lies silent.
And they all died anyway.
Whoa, dude. Also,
I tried.
Also, I don't know why you were having the conversation and killed him.
I think because I was the one that did the final blow. All right, we have his amulet.
It was a little odd.
I think we'll need to give that to Lohar as proof of his death, but let's look around the cave first.
I can see why a lot of things got changed over it.
At his broken, twisted body, a look of glum resignation on his face.
It ain't a pretty way to go, mind you. Could be a damn sight better than whatever Lohar would have done if he'd got his hands on us. Mind control or no, he'll be livid when he finds out what we did.
Yeah, I think that might be why they switched a lot of things over cutscenes in Baldur's Gate 3.
Sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want to hurt anyone. But he made me. That voice. He made me. I let him out of the vault. I killed anyone that got in the way. And then I sat here as he gibbered about needing to complete his bloody Mordus. Damned if I know. Some ancient ritual, he said. It gave him the power to twist our minds, to turn us into his puppets. And when he was strong enough, it turned him into... that. He thought it was a reward. Kept saying how blessed he was. What madness.
The ghost turns to you, her finger urgently pointing towards something unseen. Silent lips move, issuing an urgent, unheard plea. Your hands merge together, your world twisting. Looking down, you see you're holding a barrel marked with a fatal warning. Death fog. A cart contains many barrels more, recovered from a wrecked ship.
Knew it.
The room is filled with voices, cracking jokes and swearing oaths as you go about unloading the cart. But somewhere, in the hum of voices, one cuts through the rest. Stop, it hisses. Do your duty. You lift up the death fog, and, fighting against every step, you walk back to the cart. You pass a dwarf, struggling against the voice and winning. But you crack his skull with a barrel in your hands. One by one, the barrels are loaded again, and the cart departs. As it trundles out of the cave, the voice returns, "Come, come to me." And you feel your feet carrying you into the cavern's darkness.
So, it seems like unfortunately they've already sent the death fog somewhere. Letter from the Dwarven Queen. Lohar. Isbill's agents inform her that the death fog is in your possession. It must be delivered to Arx with all possible speed. I do not know what is causing this delay, but I do know you will rectify this unfortunate error. I'm sure you know the penalty for disobedience. Do not disappoint me, your queen. So the queen was ordering him to send the death fog to Arx, but Lohar seemed to be disobeying that. So I guess he did work for the queen, but maybe decided that unleashing death fog on a whole city was a step too far. And then unsent letter. Mother dearest, I'll finally make you and Daddy proud. I've got a job. I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing yet, but I'll be working for another dwarf called Mordus in the Driftwood area. I'm sure it will be productive, interesting, and useful labor. I'll send some coin home as soon as I get paid. All my love, Steve. Well, that probably didn't end well.
Even dead, I don't get no peace. You need something.
What happened here?
What's it look like? Either they were a void-woken attack, or this is the most unfortunate dinner party you ever did see. Now shove off. I've got an afterlife to enjoy, and your jabbering ain't making it easy.
What were you guys doing here anyway?
Walk on, heartbeat. I got nothing to say to you.
Oh, really?
The dwarf pulls a dagger with shocking dexterity and reflexively swings at your gut. Thankfully, the ephemeral blade passes right through you. With a rancid look, the dwarf pockets the knife. As he does so, you spot the royal seal of the Dwarven Queen on the handle. Through gritted teeth, the dwarf growls.
We're done here.
Don't worry about it, says Lohar. Quietest work around, says Lohar. Well, I don't see him here, cold as the stone he's lying on. It will be fine, my arse. And here I was, the fool, believing him.
The ghost swings a foot to kick its old body in frustration, but the boot sails straight through her corpse.
Are you so angry at Lohar?
his fault. If not for him, I'd still be sitting there, wine in hand, happy as Larry. But no, he knew best. He wanted the death fog destroyed.
I'm going to agree because I'm kind of hoping that maybe she'll spill who else wants to use the death fog, although I suspect it's the Dwarven Queen.
A yellow-gutted cur that's more interested in hiding in his bloody basement than he is getting out and doing what he's told. I followed his orders, even guarding Mordus for doing nothing but what the Queen told us. But would he do the same? This is what I get for putting my faith in a leader with the spine of a sponge. Thank Duna Her Majesty has more steel in her belly than that coward.
I'm going to try approaching these guys as a dwarf.
Don't worry about it, says it will be fine,
The ghost swings a foot.
Because it's him. But no, he knew best. A yellow-gutted cur. I followed his order. This is what I get for putting my faith in a leader with the spine of a sponge.
So, what does the Queen have to do with this?
Only everything, brother. Only everything. Don't you worry, though. She knows what's best for our people. And she'll do what's best for our people. She'll do what Lohar couldn't.
Okay, unfortunately didn't get very much out of her, but probably more than she would have given to anyone other than another dwarf. But yeah, I think we can put together that the Dwarven Queen wants to unleash Death Fog on Arx, which you could almost argue would be poetic justice, considering what the Divine Order did to the Elven homelands, but I'd still rather not have Death Fog getting unleashed on a major city. So we're going to have to figure out how to stop that.
The lock's melting away. Mordus turned the key into an amulet. Cunning.
Alright, so we were able to use this amulet to get in here.
And hopefully we can find the eye for the skull in here.
Yeah.
I do not want to know what that smell is.
Neither do I.
Watch your step.
Chain Ethereal. It's like Chain Lightning, but piercing damage. Might be worth one of us learning.
Careful now. That's
Oh!
Okay.
Okay, maybe just don't stand on the switch.
Yeah, let's
Fine.
try to walk around the
A lot of weird
switches.
switches. So, sacrificial ritual?
I guess so. Cutting people up on a big slab.
Nope, doesn't look like there's anything over here. Oh my lord.
What the? Did a ship just... Okay, how am I supposed to get in the ship to help you?
Can you destroy any of the walls or anything like that? Oh. There, I guess.
Just destroy the hull?
Yeah, or unless you can jump in, but... Fire?
Okay, that got
now
it.
You can get in.
Oh. Neutral crabs and the hostile shark.
Jeez, even with being in the water, it apparently does not like fire. Granted, most things don't. Does a shark even have that much magic armor? Anyway.
Shark already dead.
I don't know. I don't know what that was about, but it's gone.
Yeah, it was like a ship just crashed through here.
And...